get right to it. Look. No introductions, no interruptions. When I roll into functions, just know that it's tucked in, like I wore a tuxin. Say hello to Justin. Justin for making something out of nothing. Mama told me I'm a star. Them haters said I wasn't. Now I'm looking at a muggin' from a V-dozen shrugging. Feeling like McLovin, I'm becoming a conundrum. These dum-dums forgot where I come from. There's nothing that we run from. BK, niggas know the status. Got like 2 spots in the top 3 rappers. It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
In Diddy news, his lawyer, apparently Cassie, she submitted some videotapes.
Like 9 videotapes.
9 videotapes of the freak-offs that she just had in her possession.
Right. Sex tapes.
Memorabilia.
Yeah. According to the lawyers, it shows consensual sex, no drugs, no coercion.
They're saying it's helping Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they saying, yeah, oh yeah, release these.
Yeah.
These are the good ones. Let's get these ones out.
They said she's having a great time in the videos. Like she's more the aggressive one. And
Now, this is what the defense is saying.
Yeah, she's dominating
I want to
one.
we always do this. This is what the defense is saying. What is the prosecution saying? Like I always like looking at both sides. So this is what the defense argument is.
What's the prosecution saying?
They said they saw the tapes, right?
Uh-huh.
And that they're consensual, and but the defense is going to make their argument. So I guess the question is, what's the other side?
Yeah, but I've been saying this the whole time. Like the whole time, even when I do Pierce Morgan and I do my own interviews, I keep saying, what exactly is the crime that he's being charged with? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Okay, he's freaky. Okay, he likes threesomes. He's a cuckold. He likes to masturbate while his girl gets banged by some dude that's well endowed. Okay, fine. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's gay. He's bisexual. All that is legal.
Right.
The beating video was past the statute of limitations, so that can't be part of the case.
Right.
So what exactly is he being charged for?
They're saying he was trafficking.
Sex trafficking.
So you have to prove that you forced these people to come over. Listen, if you're paying male prostitutes or female prostitutes, they're happy to go and get their check. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, I guess technically you can be charged with soliciting prostitution, but that's not a federal case. What is that? A slap on the wrist? Misdemeanor?
You just get caught in the back seat of the car every day in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, what exactly is the crime? Because they're saying it's a RICO.
Right. They are
it's a one-man RICO.
Yeah.
Lucy calls it a freako.
Freako, yeah.
Freako.
Yeah.
He's being charged with freako.
Right.
But right now, all we ever hear is the stuff that he's in trouble in the court of public opinion.
Right.
That's all we hear.
Which doesn't matter.
No, not in the long
Not
run.
at all.
Unless damage to his reputation. I can see a lot of brands walking away, not wanting to deal with him. His star power takes a hit.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But that, ultimately he's going to be rich regardless. If he beats this case and gets out, he'll still be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Mm. He's not going to be broke. So, yes, he could possibly sue or for defamation or whatever else, but what exactly is he being charged with and what exactly is he going to be convicted for?
Being a cold-blooded freak. Cold-blooded freak.
It's not illegal.
It's crazy, man.
Freak,
man.
Crazy.
Do you think that the reason these charges happened was because he upset someone powerful?
That's a conspiracy theory. I never really sign on to those. I think that just like everyone else who are in the public, we all clout chase to a certain degree. So I think that Cassie lawsuit created so much attention.
Right.
That the feds looked at it and said, okay, maybe we could take this civil case and turn it into a criminal case and take down this huge megastar and, make our career.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
do you think that's really what it is? Like the feds are just looking for some sort of clout?
Absolutely.
Always.
You make a career off of taking down someone like a Diddy or a Young Thug or a Lil Durk. Like these are career-making moves.
As in, this is how you end up on Capitol Hill.
Exactly.
You go from a regular prosecutor to the guy who gets your name carries recognition.
Right. But the guy that's prosecuting him got transferred out of
or he resigned.
Right.
Yeah, he resigned, he stepped down.
Person. But they're still going on with the case. And look, a lot of these guys and women, after they leave the feds, they start their own law firms. And when you have a Fed case, you want to go with a formal federal prosecutor to represent you because they have entire buildings that are built around them.
Right.
So this is a lot of these people are thinking long term.
So I guess the perk is you could take down someone who has the money for the best lawyers. It's like proof of, all right, I went up against the greatest competition and I was triumphant.
Right.
So I'm the prosecutor that you need.
Did you know
whatever.
who Johnny Cochran was before the OJ trial?
Nope.
Most people
No.
didn't.
No,
But
didn't.
afterwards, he's a legend.
Yep.
He was doing commercials after he got OJ off.
Right.
He became a legend.
The firm is still around, I think. Johnny Cochran
the
firm is
Cochran
still
firm
around
is
after his
still a
death.
thing. It's Vlad is. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
They want to make their bones and get their names up in lights just like everybody else. The big headlines lead to big jobs later on.
Now I've always wondered this because the OJ trial was you know, they made it public. Who gets the check when
What check?
when a TV channel says we want to publicize this trial?
Well, certain trials allow cameras
Right.
in the courtroom. So, for example, in LA, you can't have cameras in the courtroom anymore. And they
Right.
probably changed the laws after the OJ trial. So, if you look at like Tory Lane's case, no cameras, right?
Right.
But if the judge allows cameras in the courtroom, then you just apply for a permit to film, and then there's no cost. You just have to pay for the camera person who's filming.
So for something that's, you know, potentially
Like the Young Thug case, that in Georgia they allow cameras, so you saw the whole Young Thug case
whole Young Thug
every day. Yeah.
right.
Advertising goes up. If you
So
ask them
it's-
where the money comes in, advertising goes up.
Producers
No,
get
I
paid.
know that,
Yeah.
but the court doesn't accept a dime for this.
Oh
right?
no,
I
absolutely.
mean, there might be a fee that you pay the court for the ability to film there, but it's
But
not
it's
going to
not
be
like-
like $10,000 or anything. It's just, you know, it's just part of the regular court proceedings. You got to pay for everything in the court. You got to pay for,
But that is
you know, the
security,
person who does the transcription. You got to
Yeah.
pay for everything. Yeah,
stenographer.
yeah,
But
exactly.
now you have extra hands on deck as far as the cops are concerned, and they got to keep the peace, and it's overtime hours that need to
Yeah.
be billed, and et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
A lot of money being. I do think though, as far as like there not being a conspiracy theory, I think we throw that term around a lot when agendas align, there doesn't need to be a formal conspiracy. I think if Diageo wanted to get him out of the paint, and there are other people ready to hop on the bandwagon and take advantage, like we use the analogy all the time. If you get hit by a car, somebody walks up to you while you're laying in the street and takes your wallet. They didn't send the car, but they're happy to take the opportunity to come up.
Mhm.
I think when Diddy started flexing, you know, there's always some, you know, you got to have, if your hands aren't clean, there's somebody who can go, oh, word? Okay, well, check this out. And, you know, people have a lot of money. And if it benefits them for you to fall, to get you out the way, get you out the paint, there are plenty of people around who, wait a minute, what? Oh, word? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's line that up.
So basically, what I'm getting at is, pre-trial. These media companies, the news, CNNs, NBCs, they can hype something up to make it look like someone is the devil, all to sway public opinion, to get this person convicted by a grand jury, so that they can pretty much have free material that they can charge ad companies millions of dollars for.
Well, I mean, yes and no. So a grand jury, from what I understand, I think is sort of a broken part of the legal system, because Johnny Cochran said that he can convict a ham sandwich with a grand jury.
Mm-hmm.
The grand jury works is you go
Indict.
to the judge.
Not convict.
Indict.
I'm sorry.
Indict.
Indict. You're right. Indict a ham
Right.
sandwich
Yep,
with a grand
yep.
jury. Because
Mhm.
you're not convicted yet. So basically, law enforcement goes to the judge and says, okay, we want to indict Diddy. And they say, okay, show me the proof. So they'll bring in some witnesses. And the grand jury will say, that's not enough. Okay, give us a week.
Right.
They'll come back the next week with more witnesses. It's not enough. Next week, okay, now we got documents, we got videos. Not enough. They can keep going for months until they get enough for the grand jury to say, okay, that's worthy of an indictment. During that time, the person who's being indicted doesn't have their lawyers to argue any of this. So it's a one-sided argument.
Right.
These people that are coming in, to present evidence to the grand jury could be wackos who have never met Diddy.
Right.
Or they just want to be part of something.
Right.
So, but the grand jury listens to it, and at one point they says, okay, enough to indict. And then that's when the indictment comes. Because, the grand jury had been going with Diddy for a while, for months, until, because remember the houses got raided, and then nothing happened for months.
Then the Cassie stuff came out.
And the Cassie video came out, but
And
still
then-
nothing happened.
Right.
And then he got arrested.
But this is what I'm saying.
Because the grand jury.
But this is what I'm saying. The media companies or the, they can pretty much smear someone. I'm not saying that, Diddy's innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'll leave that up to you guys, right? But they can pretty much paint a picture of this person being a monster with the documentaries, with the reportings, interviewing certain people who will put them in a certain light. All so that they can chase pretty much free coverage of something that they can make millions of dollars off of.
Right. I mean, YouTube made millions of dollars off of the Diddy, off the Young Thug case.
Right.
Can he sue though?
No.
No.
If he beat this case right here, he's
No.
found
Well, he
in
can
the
No,
sue.
he
He
can't-
can sue
he
maybe
can't
for
sue the
defamation.
media.
too.
Look,
No. There's
None of these people that's
he'd have to go
supposed
after individuals
Yeah,
on
he'd have
some
to go after
defamation. He
individuals.
can't go after like a whole company for doing what companies do. That wouldn't work. It'd be a waste of money.
Although Drake is doing it right now.
Drake
Not
is
very
doing
successful.
it right now.
Well, we'll see how that.
Well, he
turns
filed
out.
a new federal suit, I believe,
He is
today.
doing it right now.
He's
Yep.
going after UMG
We'll see how that.
For
works.
for defamation, and they're saying that they pushed the record
Yep.
and they helped get Kendrick into the Super Bowl
Yep.
to give that song a huge stage. I think this whole time, to me, it seems like these lawsuits are designed to stop Kendrick from performing that song at the Super Bowl.
yeah, pretty much.
That's what a lot of people
are speculating,
I've always
I
thought
think
that
that's
was.
the okay. He won't perform that song. Okay, we'll drop the lawsuit.
Right.
We all go on.
We got a month.
How many
left.
weeks?
That's
How
what
many
I-
weeks you
We got
left?
like a month left.
All right. So let's close out this Diddy
Diddy.
situation. The lawyers are saying that the freak off tapes that Cassie submitted is actually a good look.
I don't know if they're saying it's a good look. I was saying they're saying it helps prove his innocence.
That's a
They're
good
saying,
look.
they're
That's
saying
what
it
they're
proves that there's no one there.
No foul
Everybody's
play.
there under their own because they want to be. Everybody's having a good time.
Consensual.
They don't see any drugs.
Yeah.
They don't see anything crazy.
No one's underage.
Can I-
They're all
right.
adults.
Can I ask why she kept them?
We don't
Anybody
know that.
anybody know
We-
why
we
she
don't
kept
know
these
that.
9 videos?
Just in
She's a,
case it go down
you know
and
what
it
I'm
hit
saying?
the fan, I got this right here.
Nah, if they
Well,
saying what they
celebrity?
saying it is, she was dominating in the video. She having a good time. She a freak too.
Wait.
so you
Allegedly.
Are they who's saying that? Who's saying
I
that
seen
she's
that-
who's saying that? See,
It was
that's what we
reported-
gotta watch.
it
what
was-
we
it
say.
does anybody know anyone who's seen these videos in this room?
I know.
But I have seen a nude photo of Cassie.
The nude photo.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this was early on. This was maybe around 2010 or so, and I had gotten a copy of Cassie basically naked on her bed. Right.
That's regular.
Yeah. But this was the early VladTV.com days where we were just posting anything, right? So we post a picture. And then
Right.
the views, I think it was like our biggest traffic day ever. It's going crazy, right? So then my man Sean Prez, who was working for Bad Boy at the time, was like, call me up. This is my man. He's like, yo, Diddy wants to talk to you. And I said, I'm not taking that phone call. Like, what? You want to talk to Diddy? I'm like, no, because I know what's going to happen. He's going to yell at me over the phone, and I'm not going to have a man yell at me because then I'll start yelling back, and it'll just escalate. It'll be a waste of my time, right?
Thought it was going to turn into a Steve South situation. While you're on the phone, some guys just walk in.
Just walk in,
Okay,
right.
Vlad, you know the routine.
Right.
Stick your arm out.
So I'm just like, champagne bottle, the whole nine, right? So I'm just like, man, fuck it, I'm not talking to him. So views are going crazy, views are going crazy. Now keep in mind, at the time, Vlad TV was located in SRC Records.
Right.
We were part of like Steve Rifkin's kind
Yeah,
of
shout out
company.
to Steve.
Yeah, and which is part of Universal and so forth.
Right.
So then Steve Rifkin calls me. He's like, listen, Puffy just yelled at me for the last 10 minutes. Can you please take this photo down? And I'm like, I got you, Steve.
Wow.
I got you. Because he's asking me, and I have office space in his company, so I can't say no to him.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'll take it down.
If you were somewhere else, you would have kept it up.
I would have kept it up. And what's funny is like, maybe like a week later, I was at a club, and Diddy was there.
Right.
And he was passing. I was like, yo, what up? Diddy's Vlad. Vlad. He goes, oh, yeah. No, yeah, I didn't like that shit you did. I said, yeah, we took it down. Okay, cool. No beef. They just kept walking.
All right, Vlad, I got to ask you, man.
Go ahead.
You get a picture of Cassie. She's
Yeah.
naked. Why would you put it up?
Thank you. That was my question.
Because at the time, that's what everyone was doing. You see what I'm saying? This was, I mean, it is
Sound
what
like
it
you was
is.
trying to
Vlad
just,
foul.
yeah.
Not. I mean,
This was the early days of the internet. This was before, like things were taken down and social media wasn't really big back then. So it's like you were posting on your website, not on social media.
mhm.
You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, would I post it now in 2025? Absolutely not.
You didn't think back then that you wouldn't get no flack for that?
I mean, everyone was posting it.
Right.
World Star had it up, like,
Right.
all the blogs had it up. It was everywhere.
Right.
We were just one of many websites that had it up. And from what I understand, Diddy was personally calling every website
To
to
get it down.
taken down.
Right.
One by one. And I was like the last one.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, listen, right now, knowing what I know now and business-wise, absolutely, I wouldn't even touch it.
How did that picture get out though?
I don't know.
Great question.
Do you still have the picture?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Another great question.
I don't think so.
You sure?
Vlad-
That email somewhere?
Vlad got it somewhere.
No, I really don't. No, I'm being honest. I'm
Right.
being honest. But I never, I've been around Cassie. I never really found her that attractive, to be honest. I mean, she was pretty, but she wasn't like, oh my God. Like,
Right.
okay, cute, mixed girl, like,
It's not your taste.
not so much.
Well, everybody has their own preference.
Everyone has their own preference.
Yeah.
Clearly, Diddy was.
I think she's
obsessed with her.
beautiful. I think Cassie's beautiful.
Yeah, no,
you
I've been
never
around
said
her a
she
couple
was
times.
ugly.
Like
Yeah.
I said, to me, it was like, okay, she's cute. I'm not going to say she's not attractive. She's attractive, but it wasn't like throw your life away over her. Like,
Well, who stole your life away for Vlad?
That's what I was about to ask. Who's gorgeous? Like you say.
Oh, gorgeous? Oh, I mean, I'll say J-Lo in her prime.
J-Lo in the prime. If you got
Shakira in her prime.
a nude photo of J-Lo,
What's the name of the girl on the former Miss America that's on the reality shows? The black Miss America, the dark-skinned girl. She's on Housewives and all that shit. You know what I'm talking about.
I feel like I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to remember her
You
name.
say black? I think Vanessa Williams.
Now,
I know
Vanessa
her.
Williams,
I know.
she's very
Lori?
beautiful.
Okay, I think
Who?
that was who
Lori?
I was going with.
No.
Vanessa.
Vanessa Williams is the first one.
Yeah.
I forgot her, but she was on all
Can we
the-
get a,
She got it.
what's the name?
Kenya Moore.
Kenya
Kenya
Moore.
Moore in her prime.
Oh,
Kenya Moore.
yeah, hey.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Right.
Like drop dead gorgeous.
Okay.
So yeah, those are the kind of women that
You'll throw it away for.
I'll throw it away for.
Yeah. Not a pinky, not a.
Not a pinky, I know pinky.
Not a Meg Thee Stallion.
Meg Thee is beautiful.
Oh, you'll
Yeah.
throw it away from Meg Thee Stallion?
I mean, not right now, but
Hilarious.
certain situations. Yeah, no, yeah, Meg's definitely beautiful. Yeah, but like I said, Cassie was like, a skinny mixed girl.
So forget
She
about
just
this
was-
idea of beauty is only
Skin
skin
deep?
deep. No.
Well, I
That
never got
doesn't-
to know
Well,
her.
we're only
So
talking
maybe
about-
once I got to know
we're
her, I
talking
think
about skin
differently
deep.
about her.
Why?
This is
Because
about-
we're talking about throwing it away for
Because
somebody.
we don't know the woman to tell you anything else about.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
We're
guess
just
the
going off the
argument would
looks.
be like the whole thing with Diddy and Cassie, right? Like, how did this?
Well, he knows her.
Right.
He knows her, so it's different. Plus, I mean, he took her from Ryan Leslie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I interviewed Ryan about that too.
What did he say?
I mean, he kind of danced around it. You could tell he was hurt.
He was hurt.
Yeah.
So he felt as if he had his girl taken away.
I think that's essentially
Okay.
what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
I know the story. I know the story, but I want to know what he said.
That was his girlfriend.
Yes.
She wasn't a singer.
Yes.
He produced Me and You.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Brought it to Bad Boy. They signed. They signed Cassie to Bad Boy. Then
Yep.
Puffy. I went through the whole lawsuit. I interviewed Roger Bonds, who was a security during that whole time.
Yep.
He pretty much co-signed every
I
part
saw
of
that interview.
Yeah. So, Diddy basically would fly her out and tell her not to bring Ryan, and then he would, give her ecstasy and stuff like that, and they started having sex, and next thing you know, she's with Diddy. Now we're Ryan.
So I know the story, and I saw the Roger Bonds interview, and I've seen a lot of the interviews. The reason why I'm asking about it is because we were just talking about the Diddy documentary that came out on Peacock.
That you were in.
As a
She's
journalist,
in it. She's in it. Kim is in
I
it.
was
Just so y'all know.
speaking as a journalist on his career.
I'm just saying.
Which
We
I
not
know
in it. We
about.
had
All
nothing
right.
to do with that.
Kim is in this documentary. If y'all fuck with Kim, go support it, I guess.
It's not mine. It's not mine.
But you're in it, right? Like,
I'm
This nigga's
interviewed.
crazy.
if
in
people
the
go watch
documentary.
because of you, then that raises your stock, right? Then you be able to, yo, I want 50,000 next video.
Yeah, okay.
All right, that is.
Anyway.
Right.
Okay, so I'm in the documentary. All right, I'm in the documentary.
They
Anyway.
calling you messy.
No. Here we go. Don't do this. Don't
All
do
right.
this. We're going to hold that thought. But the reason why I bring it up is because one of the things that I found very interesting about the documentary was that they interviewed Al B. Shore. And Al B. Shore spoke about his relationship with Kim Porter. And this was like one of the first times I've seen him give so much in an interview. And he talked about Diddy and how he got with Kim Porter when Al B was with her and how Diddy and Kim Porter met. I was just curious if anybody has seen it because I thought it was good. It was like very similar to the Ryan Leslie thing.
Well, right, because Diddy essentially adopted Al B. Shore and Kim Porter's son.
Well,
Not
Al B.
legally.
Shore.
Not legally?
Al B. Shore cleared that up. He said
Wait.
everyone believes that Quincy was adopted by Puff, but that's not true. And then he said that Quincy's last name is still his last name.
Oh.
And he definitely addressed that in this documentary. So I have found it really interesting because there were a lot of things in there that I had never seen before.
He basically said it was a narrative created by a publicist, but that it never actually happened on paper.
I thought Roger Bonds said the same thing about when he said she got 4 of those things. Kim Porter, when they was going through their little disagreement.
Right, because
And that's how he figured out that Quincy was adopted or something like that.
But
Allegedly.
Quincy's not,
I mean,
not
Al B. Shore
adopted.
said, yeah,
According
yeah,
to
yeah.
Al B. Shore,
Yeah.
he was never adopted, that was all something that Kim had asked him to fall back when it came to interfering, I guess. So that was his story on the documentary. So if you watch the documentary, I hate that you're imitating. Yes, I talk with my hands. I'm going to keep doing it.
I'm just saying.
I have to. It's just a...
All right, chat, I want to ask y'all just real quick and everybody in the room, can someone really take your girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I give you my heart. I give it all to you. All of my heart to you.
That's
Keep me
okay,
close,
Peter.
yeah.
Never take life for granted.
I give you my heart.
Shit
I
real.
give it all to you. All of my heart to you. Keep me close, yeah.
I got issues for what I've been through, but then again, if I give you my all, it's genuine. You ain't never lived a life if you never took a loss. If I die tonight, everything I ever own, you can take it all. Put my pain in this music until the song hurting. Ever gave your heart to the wrong person? If I love you, just keep it tall with me. And in return, you get rewards from me. 5-star dinners, shopping sprees and long trips. Booked a short stay with your bae in the A and gave a long